Does that help?
Oh my gosh, my mind is blown. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you. That is exactly what I needed to hear.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. All right.
All right.
Thanks for calling. Hey, I'm Mel Robbins. I'm a best-selling author and podcast host, and I tell people exactly what to do to change their life. That's why my new Audible podcast is called Here's Exactly What to Do. See this landline? Well, guess what? We rigged it, and I've got some real people standing by just waiting to ask some real-life advice questions. Hey, it's Mel Robbins.
Hey Mel, it's Chase in Los Angeles. So we've hit our stride with our January resolutions. And now that we're a month in, I'm just wondering, how do I keep that first week of January energy going year round?
So what's the habit you want to make stick?
One of them is being more consistent with my habits.
Oh my God. Okay, look, it's a great question. And so rule number one is you can't count on motivation. You have to count on creating discipline as a habit. There are two ways that I practice this. When the alarm rings in the morning, you're going to use my 5-second rule and count backwards 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then get out of bed. So that's number one. You're going to wake up when that alarm rings. Number two, you're going to make your bed. Why? Well, the reason why I want you to make your bed is because it's another way to insert a little bit of discipline in your life.
Thank you. That is so simple, but we'll probably be counting down just as soon as I'm off this phone with you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Mel. This is Ronaldo.
Hey, Ronaldo. What's up?
I would like to know how you would use your regrets to push yourself forward towards progress.
First of all, I have so many regrets. Do you have one in particular that you want me to focus on? No, seriously. So tell me, what's the thing you regret?
Well, my biggest regret actually is listening to everyone else and not myself.
Okay. So first of all, we all have to learn the lesson in life that listening to other people is not the pathway to personal fulfillment. Accept the fact that you now know that one of your values in life is to always listen to what your instincts tell you to do, period. Give me one thing, for example, that you want to change, but by God, you can't seem to do it.
I've always wanted to write a book,
Okay.
and I write whenever I feel inspired, and if I don't feel like the inspiration to keep writing, I stop. But
There's your
then there are
problem.
some days.
There's your problem right
Okay.
there. Writers write. I want you to take your journal, your notebook, your computer, whatever it is that you write on or in, and I want you to put it wherever it is that you have your cup of coffee or your cup of tea first thing in the morning. You're going to set it like a trap. It is a reminder from the future you. You put it there last night like a trap. Damn it, there it is. Now I got to sit down and write. And that, my friend, is how you will start to become a writer. It is also how you will start to feel better about yourself, and it is how you will take control of your life. And you know what? You can do it.
You made me cry.
Why?
I used to be an alcoholic, and I used to hang out with all my only my drunk friends, and I cry because the drunk me would have food ready in the fridge for when I wake up for my hangover, and if I could do that when I'm doing terrible things to myself, I should be able to do that for myself when I'm trying to create progress.
Here's what I want you to understand. Alcohol doesn't change you. It actually amplifies what's in you. It's part of you and part of your wiring to take care of yourself. That's a good thing. Every single morning, you're going to develop a new habit where you sit down in defiance of that critic. I can't wait to read what you write.
Cool. I'll send you a copy.
You better. And you better
Sounds
publish
good.
it on Audible, damn it. All right, Ronaldo. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.
Hey Mel, my name is Heather, and I've been a big fan of yours since, 2015 when you spoke to my company. And I would just love to get your thoughts about how to pursue a career passion that's in a field that has kind of nothing to do with what you're currently doing.
Do you mind me asking, Heather, what is the field you want to pursue a career in?
Well, I'm currently an attorney, and I would love to be doing on-air work, something in media.
Wow. Okay, fantastic. So here's the good news. We live in the most extraordinary moment of time because once you get clear about what you want to pursue, making that pivot is super easy. So rule number one, you need to adopt what I call a student mindset, okay? So before you become the thing that you want to be in the next chapter of your life, I want you to become the best student of the thing that you want to become in this next chapter of your life. You are going to read books, you're going to take webinars, because what it's all about when you want to make a pivot is it's about accumulating skills. The next thing that I want you to do is I want you to start to build a map. And so pick 5 to 10 people that are doing something in the media field that really inspires you and reverse engineer how they got to where they are. Right now, what I want you to do is I want you to give yourself a bit of a runway, even if it's just 3 months, to be a student, to research, to develop kind of a pathway that makes sense to you in terms of how you could start to turn your life in that direction. You're going to get to the point where you start to realize, I can't do both. And that's when you're going to know it's time to quit what you're currently doing and step full time into what you want to do next. You got it?
I got it.
Good.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I've just given you the flip to switch. Now you got to keep turning it on all day. Okay?
Deal.
Awesome. Deal.
Hey, Mel, it's Paul Tyson. I've read both your books, The High Five Habit and The 5-Second Rule, and I'm a big fan. My question is, how do you respond to people who aren't responding to your improved self in a positive way?
Oh, that's a great question. The bad news is you cannot change the fact that other people may not be supportive. They may not react positively to the changes that you're making. And, I don't know if you've ever seen like a bucket of crabs. What happens when one crab tries to crawl out is the rest of them grab that crab and try to pull him back down. And what's going to happen in your life is as you start to grow and change in new directions, it's going to create a gap between where you were when you were kind of doing the same stuff that everybody else was doing and where you are now. And this gap that you've created, it's really not something that bothers you, but it is going to bother other people. Their reaction has nothing to do with what you're doing. It has to do with their discomfort and reflection about what they're not doing.
Hey Mel, it's Heather. How are you doing?
Hey Heather, I'm great. I'm so excited to talk to you. What's up?
Mel, how do you manage to have such a public persona online but not get dragged down by it?
So there's a big difference between being inspired by what somebody's doing and putting pressure on yourself to do the exact same thing. So I'm super inspired, for example, by The Rock. I admire him so much. And I have to watch not putting that pressure on myself to do as much as somebody that I admire is doing. And so keep in mind that if you're not drawn to social media and it doesn't make you personally come alive, figure out a way to use it in a smart way for your business and pull the pressure back on having to do it in a way that the people you admire do. Does that help?
Oh my gosh, my mind is blown.
You're welcome. All right. Thanks for calling.
Hi, Mel. This is Alexandra. I wanted to know, what advice would you give for multi-passionate individuals that don't really fit into a specific box? They're trying to figure out their life path when all of the messaging we see online says find a niche or specialty.
You should ignore that advice because you're a multi-passionate individual who comes alive when you have a bazillion balls in the air. All those incredible passions that you're following, they're giving you skills, experiences, and relationships that are going to help you with something you're doing next. So ignore all that advice and you keep doing you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling.
So I'm 35. I'm in a very happy long-term relationship with my girlfriend, but I've got a lot of friends, a lot of peers in different situations with mortgages, with kids, and I can't help but compare myself to them sometimes and feel a little bit lesser than. So I'm wondering, how do I deal with that incessant comparing myself to others?
It's really hard to go through life and not compare yourself to other people. For the first several decades, we're basically in lockstep with everybody else. You know, we're kind of thrown into our 20s and everybody scatters and people start living their lives in different ways and doing different things. And so you don't have that sort of anchoring point. But in your 30s, when people naturally start to buy a house or start having a family, it triggers this old pattern of feeling like you should be doing something that everybody else is doing. And so I think instead of the word comparison, I would use the word inspiration, that you are gathering inspiration from people around you. You are noticing who you are drawn toward, whose lives seem interesting, who you respect, and then take that data back and go, okay, great. Well, clearly this is something that matters to me at some point, but the when is clearly not right now.
That's super helpful. That's a great way of framing it. I appreciate your insights, Mel. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow, that was amazing. Thank you for watching. And would you let me know in the comments, which piece of advice are you excited to implement in your life? When you're ready for more, check out my podcast, Here's Exactly What to Do, and many more of my titles, only on Audible.